Hello, welcome back to another episode of Two Dudes Drinking Beer. I'm Josh,
I'm Alec.
and this episode is brought to you by cannibalism, solving world hunger with every meal.
Grab a beer and hang out with us.
So today we are drinking a glorious Belgian beer called Delirium Tremens. I said that very unsure.
Delirium Tremens?
Delirious Tremens.
Question mark? Tell us the story about how you first tried Delirium Tremens and why we're drinking it today.
So we're drinking Delirium Tremens because it's literally the best beer on this earth. And
Look at that fizzy bubbly.
I only know about it because when I moved to North Hollywood, I went to this bar called The Other Door. And They had it on tap. And I drank it because it's a golden ale. And it's literally one of the best beers I've ever had. If you ever get the chance, give it a shot. It definitely tastes the best on draft. I've had it in bottles. It's the first time I'm having it in cans. You can find it at Bevmo. They have literally everything. They have Grolsch that we were drinking like 2 weeks ago.
Gang shit.
So yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well.
How was your weekend?
Well, it's Wednesday, so
My dudes.
so my weekend.
How was your day? I just wanted to beat you to the question. You always ask me first.
I already asked you. How was your day? You said good.
I woke up. Okay, so last night I stayed up till 5 a.m. We didn't cheers.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
We didn't drink on it. This is the second time. Still good.
It's good in a can.
It's great all around.
It is really good.
So
It actually tastes like gold. I don't know how to I don't know. Am I wrong? Does it taste like gold to you?
I don't know
It's
what
like
gold
a
tastes like.
sweetness.
It's a good beer.
It dances on your tongue.
It's a very good beer.
Yeah,
So
I'm
what were
glad it didn't fuck up in cans like 805.
So what were you doing last night?
So last night I was writing a song, and basically, I definitely went in. I took Josh's and Ryan's professional psychiatric opinions that I should just kind of embrace the voicemail shit show, and I'm gonna make an album out of it. And I was going through all these voicemails last night, and I was trying to be selective, right? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna just pick like 12 voicemails and make songs around them. And I was going through these voicemails, and I was like, only the good ones get okayed, and I make a song like kind of around that voicemail. And I'm like 30 voicemails in.
Damn.
And I'm like, yeah, no. And I think I have to add some more too, because there's definitely some that haven't been moved into the folder. And I'm 30 voicemails in, and I'm starting to realize, like, I just need to make 30 songs, man, because all of these voicemails stand alone as just, like, so many pieces to a puzzle.
You're my baby boy.
That, yeah, has never been solved. And my approach last night was, I'm going to open up my DAW. I'm going to click the first voicemail I see, and basically I'm just going to write a song about it. And the first voicemail I opened up last night was about my grandmother's passing. And basically I decided to write a song about that. And it was really freeing, I guess, because it was the first time I've ever written lyrics, and I actually started to cry. And I haven't cried in a long time, so it was weird to...
Bitch.
I know. It was weird to, like, unlock that, like, side of things.
Men don't feel emotion.
I'm not a man then. But whatever it was, I just... I mean, I know what it was, but, like, yeah, it was that, and then afterwards, I just had, like, this rush of energy, like a weight was off my chest. And then I couldn't fall asleep. And I was up till 5:30.
Have you used your CBD that you got the other day?
Yeah, I've smoked it a little bit. It helps a lot, actually. I want to smoke it with you because the issue I keep running into, man, is these joints are huge. even a half a gram to smoke that by yourself, like
So like, yay big though.
it's hefty. You know, I mean, the joints Ryan got me, the joints I got from Ryan. I said that twice.
Yes.
Even those are like, really potent, and the CBD ones aren't very potent. But like, I don't need much before I start to feel the effect.
You should get gummies, CBD gummies.
I think that's
Or
the
you
move.
You pop them like a Flintstone.
It's definitely
and
the
just
move.
Go.
It's definitely the move. I realized I smoked it, and like, it wasn't like I wasn't high, but it was the effects of the CBD. I just was relaxed. I felt level-headed. It felt like it balanced all the chemicals in my brain, and I just like,
Get me on that shit. I need that.
let's do it, bro. I've got it in my car.
Dope.
Let's smoke them. But yeah, it's really great. I don't know how to explain it. It makes me feel normal,
Nice.
and it's something I've actually been looking for a long time in weed.
Good old PEDs of life.
What's PED?
Performance enhancing drug.
It might, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I smoked it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna clean my room, and I fucking did laundry, and I vacuumed, and I organized all my shit, and it was great. I mean, I think it's really a drug that like just improves life. But for me, it's the CBD, because apparently the THC gives me a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, it affects everyone differently, but I mean, across like the major spectrums, everyone has like the same kind of like reactions to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, CBD's a lot different.
Yeah, CBD definitely is my medicine of choice from here on out.
Yep.
I'm gonna get one of the vape carts because they do it, but even those have a little bit of THC. It's crazy. It's like
Even the stuff you're smoking now has a little bit of THC, but it's
I think on the container though it said 0% THC.
there's always probably something in there.
I'm sure there's a residual amount, but the oil ones, it's like
that has like 2%.
it's like, yeah. Well, I think the lowest one I found was like 7 or 8.
Ryan, fucking chill, man. Stop sending so many fucking memes. Oh, you're liking them. Never mind.
That's even worse.
You're not allowed to do that. Continue.
What was I saying?
Even the carts you were looking at had like...
Even the carts I was looking at had THC. I think the lowest one I found was like 14, 15. But the CBD percentage, guess what that was?
Like 16%?
285. It was 285% CBD and 17% THC.
Hold up.
Yeah.
That's not how numbers work.
I'll pull it up right now, bro. I screenshotted it and everything because I'm going to buy these.
That's not how numbers work.
But
though.
here's the thing. I was looking at the science of it, right?
Especially percentages.
I was looking at the science of it. CBD is the cannabinoids, and those
Yes.
block the receptors for THC. THC is what makes it psychoactive and gives you the feeling of euphoria. CBD is the pain-relieving effect. The higher the CBD to the THC, the less high you feel. So I'm guessing they're like, yo, how do we offset this percentage of THC to CBD? And they're just like, how about we just fucking go like 200%?
So they're saying that's double the amount of THC.
Something like that.
Because you can't have 200% of something.
So it's called, I didn't get a shot of the actual CBD percentage. I'll look it up real quick, but just if anyone wants to look it up in the meantime, it's called Canna Hemp CBD vape pen. It's Calm. So the strain is called Calm.
Okay.
And that's the one I'm smoking on right now. And it's 100% CBD. And I can't really type and talk at the same time. So Josh, if you could take the baton.
I mean, yeah, because unless they're saying like this has 200% more CBD than THC, it doesn't make any sense. Because you can only have 100% of something, of one thing, unless you're saying that you have 200% more of it, so you have 2 of it. Because that's just basic third grade math.
I know how math works, man. These are what beer? This is 6.5%.
8.5.
8.5.
Empty stomach, gang.
Oh shit. We're gonna be fucking sauced.
Well, we don't have to drink all 4.
I don't think I can.
Sweet. Yeah, because these are...
But we're getting some
Tall
chicken nuggets
cans.
after.
Fun fact on the can, it says elected as best beer in the world. So
I agree.
I trust them. You guys should trust them too. You can find them at Bevmo. Get a Bevmo club card. It's free. You get sweet discounts on everything. We would know we made a show based around alcohol back in the day, and exclusively used Bevmo products. Super cheap. And if you go there, if you're 21, you have to be 21.
21.
And you press, like, let's say you're in the vodka section, you press the button to get help to get a very expensive liquor that's locked up. Over the intercom, it plays a Russian dude saying, "Help, my comrade needs vodka."
Vodka.
In a Russian accent. A little racist, a little stereotypical, but you know.
Is Russian a race?
I mean,
no.
It would fall under Caucasian, but it's...
But is it a race? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really say you're racist against Russian people. You'd have to say you're racist against...
Europeans.
Asian people.
Yeah, Europeans and Asians. Yeah.
But even Europeans not a race.
So...
I can't find this shit. Go ahead and go off on that.
Okay, so this is going to make me look like a fucking asshole.
That's what we're here for.
Africans, yes, represents anybody from the continent of Africa, correct?
Yep.
So people are racist towards Africans.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you be racist towards Europeans or Asians? It's the same thing. It's having a prejudice against someone from a certain country.
I think the word you just said right there, prejudice, I think that's a better word for it. Because race is...
Sure, okay, I guess, yeah. Having prejudice against Russian. It is... So
I think everyone in America has a prejudice against Russians, bro. It's like ingrained. It's like literally hardwired into us that they're the enemies.
I don't mind them.
I don't mind them either, but like...
Ain't no problem.
But ain't no problem. I don't mind them either, but when the Olympics come on, I want to make sure we have more gold medals than them still. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, patriot.
I'm not even like patriotic. It's just like, it's my team. It's like even though I'm not always there for it, it's like, yo, I want my team to win when it counts.
Fuck the Olympics. The Olympics is stupid. I mean,
why is the Olympics stupid?
I mean, it's just like, it's a sports competition that they only do every 4 years. If they wanted to make it interesting,
they should do it
every fucking year.
I was gonna say, I've heard people say they want it every year.
Do it every fucking year. Make that shit interesting,
dude. And also, just think of like the benefits to the economy. If you plan it, what are we at? They have everything scheduled for like the next 3 Olympics. So like, this is the state or country. This is the country.
Yeah.
Some of them are called states.
Like where LA is getting the next
2028 or something.
Yeah, we're getting a summer.
So Olympics. Why not just plan it out for 20 years and then just let... Dude, you know how much that help the economy if everyone was just building like a stadium?
It can potentially ruin economies too. Because...
Does it?
They had the Sochi Olympics, the Sochi Winter Olympics back in the day.
I actually heard this, yeah.
Completely fucked them up because they need to have the infrastructure. Even in the fucking Eurovision movie we watched.
That's true.
They were saying like they have to support all these countries.
Shout out Will Ferrell.
And Rachel McAdams.
They
have to support all these countries coming in. It's literally every country. And every country has every person competing in every sport. There's like fucking 60 events in the Summer Olympics. So you have to be able to house all these athletes and all the spectators. So in Sochi, they built like all these apartments for everyone to stay at, athletes.
Jesus, really?
Whatever. And then when they all leave, they just have all this shit that nobody can fucking use.
Well, here's the thing though. Like if you have a bunch of apartments in Sochi, let's say you build really luxury apartments for the Olympians of the world, right? And let's just say it's in... Give me a poor country off the top of your head.
Uzbekistan.
Actually,
if you want the poorest, you go off Afghanistan.
All right. Let's say Afghanistan hosts the Olympics. And
nothing against them. They just have the lowest GDP per capita. Facts.
I wasn't gonna...
I'm just clearing... Yeah. I'm clearing my name.
I don't think anyone's gonna think that you're racist against Pakistanis.
Afghanistans, man.
Afghans?
Just say people from Afghanistan.
Afghans.
Okay.
So that's in their borders, right? So essentially now you have really top tier, high quality luxury apartments. And
that nobody can fucking afford.
But what does that do to economy? It's supply and demand. So basically, you're gonna have people come in and be like, "Hey, how much for this apartment?" And let's just keep it American dollars because that's all I know. They'll be like, "It'll be $3,000. That's an expensive apartment in California, where we live. It's $3,000 for one bedroom," and everyone goes, "It's gonna be a no for me, dog."
Even if they drop it, they still can't support, like, to maintain it and run it. The city's infrastructure can't support it.
What do you mean infrastructure? Is it like
Water, plumbing, roads, public transit?
so they need to upgrade the infrastructure?
Everything would need to be upgraded.
Damn.
Essentially, they build a pop-up shop for
Yeah.
the 3 months that the Olympic goes on.
Yeah.
And then when everyone leaves, they're like, fuck it. See you later. And then the pop-up shop's still there. It's like, wait,
Yeah.
we're still trying to sell stuff. Don't forget.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. So, I mean, can you think of like a solution for that? Because in my head,
There is no solution, really.
well, could you just increase the GDP to those poor countries and then
That's not how it works, man.
no?
You can't. I mean, you can, like, inflate it, but that's super.
It's gonna fuck up the
not,
whole
yeah,
shit.
It doesn't work. It's not how. That's not how economics works.
Economics or economics?
I say economics. Ec.
Yuck.
Yuck.
Sounds super Russian.
Economics. Because, like, the GDP per capita is how much each people make. It's the average amount of money that everyone in the country makes a
Really?
year. Yeah, basically. Including infants and elderly.
When you burped instead of including, you sounded like a video game character who was evil for a second. It was really cool.
Very generic.
Very including.
Why has it got to be Russian? There's nothing bad with Russians.
I didn't try to do a Russian accent.
When you did.
I'm just trying to look for the CBD vape pen, bro.
Just forget it. We're moving on.
All right. Fuck that. Gonna.
What's your favorite kind of content to see on Instagram? Like
Dog memes.
Like your favorite account?
I don't think I have a favorite account. To be completely honest, I don't pay too much attention to the account names. But
They all post the same shit anyway.
yeah, any account that posts dog memes. There's an owner of a American Bulldog. It's like his name's King Bentley, and she posts really cute like videos. He wears like a life preserver, and like she gets videos of him always like jumping off boats and into pools and shit. And she guys like this mansion, so she's always like going to her friend's mansion and just like letting her dog swim in all these mansions. And I'm like, man, that dog has the life. It's King Bentley. And there's another one I follow that's an American Bulldog account. We found him coming out of the bar that one night at Lamplighter. It was Frankie and Tupac. They've got a dope Instagram account. Any dog, and I love dogs, and I know it sounds.
You do.
I know it sounds so weird
Specifically
that like
bulldogs.
not me. My
You
favorite
love
dogs.
bulldogs.
I love all dogs, but my favorite dog is a pit bull.
Pitties are cool.
Yeah. But basically anything that's like a dog, like I think even like a few days ago I sent like 6 dog memes, and I was like, these are the best things ever. Anything with dogs, man. Like I love dogs.
Dogs are great. Dogs are pretty good.
What is your favorite meme page?
So I follow this account. It's called Kids Getting Hurt.
Is it the same? Is it the same owner as the kids falling down? Because I follow that one.
No.
Okay. There's a kids falling down
don't
account.
know.
I highly recommend following it.
It's called Kids Getting Hurt, and I fucking hate kids. I think kids are the worst. Granted, my opinion is probably going to change in the next 5 years if I ever decide to have kids, and become like an actual adult,
Gross.
not just someone spewing hate in their bedroom.
I'm spewing semen.
Yeah, in the office.
Yeah.
I need to really
Fuck, clean this place.
I need to flip the two. spew hate in the office, blow semen in the bedroom. I need to figure that out.
You need to work on that, buddy.
But yeah, the account's called Kids Getting Hurt. And
awesome.
I saw a video today, this morning. It was a kid, he was feeding a cow bread. And you know how
I've seen that one, I think.
kids don't know like anything because they're kids. And he was like 1.5, 2 years old. And he's feeding the cow bread,
And
right?
it bites his hand.
The cow is eating it. It doesn't bite him hard. It's just like his hand goes in the mouth and like he doesn't let go because like he's a fucking kid. Like what, he doesn't know what the cow's gonna do. And the cow just yeets him and yanks him almost through the fence. And then, like, the cow lets go because he's not trying to hurt him. It's a cow.
It just wants the bread, homie.
Yeah, it just wants the bread. It's like, fucking let go.
The cow's about the paper.
And
Chasing that bread.
pulls him into the fence. And kid's just like, I don't know what's happening. And then he starts crying. It's like, yes.
Did he actually say, I don't know what's happening?
No, but like...
I don't know what's going on. You're getting bit, Junior.
I imagine
That's what's going on.
I imagine that's what's going through his head. It's like, what's happening? I have no reaction. Cry.
Actually, I gotta say, aside from any dog memes, because there's no dedicated meme page that I follow that does dog memes, but
Animals doing things, doggos doing things.
I don't follow them. Send them my way, dog.
I did.
Send them again.
The one I sent you today.
I haven't checked it at all today.
You have. You liked it.
I lied. I woke up first thing in the morning. I like all 12, 20 memes you guys send, and I'm fucking all in my day, bro. I'm not always 100% involved in the conversation.
You're so fake.
I mean, I'm real about it right now. I mean,
Now.
would you rather me just not liking them?
I'd rather you like them when you actually look at them.
I'm not gonna look at 30 memes because
There's 8 max in the morning.
nah, man.
I wake up to
I've woke
9
up some. Okay, we're getting off track. Let me re-steer real quick.
Okay.
My favorite meme page of all on Instagram that I do follow and is dedicated to one thing. It's called Influencers in the Wild. I think that is a fucking hilarious meme page because it's literally people posing and doing things and then calling themselves influencers. And you're seeing all these influencers on Instagram and all these Instagram models. And it's like exposing them. So it's like literally like a girl will be like walking in the street and you see them taking all these like doofy ass pictures and then
Doofy?
what the fucking
I'm just
are you the 50s police? I'm not allowed to say doofy anymore.
I didn't even know that's a word. I don't know.
Doofy.
People say, no one says doofy
I do
now.
fee. Anyway, basically, it just like okay, so it's hard to explain. Just go follow it. But
It's people spotting other people in the wild.
yeah, it's people taking pictures of people taking pictures because they think they're fucking famous.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Simple.
That's my favorite meme page for sure because it's dedicated to it and it's true to it, and the creator is really dope too. He's a super cool.
Tank Sinatra.
Oh, you know him?
I don't know him, but that's his name.
Yeah.
That's what he goes by, at least. I don't think his real name is Tank.
Yeah. I don't think so either, but I mean, you know, aliases and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's definitely my go-to meme page if I ever had to choose.
I won't even say it's a meme page. It's just like just.
Well, is it not a meme? Because, you know, I've just discussed this with everyone probably, but I think everything is art, right?
Sure.
Everything is art, and I think memes are absolutely a form of art. And I think if you post something online, it can immediately become a meme just based on like if it's popular or not.
Borp.
Nothing? You got nothing to fucking say to that, Mr. Meme Lord?
I mean, I feel like just memes aren't. I don't know. It's hard to explain what a meme is. It's like one of those things like you can't. Like, what is virtue? Can you describe virtue? Or can you define virtue? No, you can't.
Virtue is the quality of being a good person.
What does it mean to be a good person?
To be a good person,
It's objective. You can't answer that.
you
can give your opinion, but
Then-
it's not factual.
then I'm doing that.
So therefore,
And I can answer it.
There is no set definition for virtue. There is
absolutely a set definition for virtue.
What is virtue? What does it mean?
To me,
to
and then
be
I'll read the
virtuous?
definition. To be virtuous.
Because why can't Mino figure out what it is?
Who's Mino? Oh, the Mino.
Yeah.
Dog, it's a book. His name's not Mino.
His name is Mino.
The Mino? No, it's not.
It's named after him, dumbass.
No, it's not, bro. It's
yes, it is. The five dialogues is on that bookshelf right now.
It's Socrates talking to Pluto, dude.
No, he's talking to Mino.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Grab the fucking book. It's right there.
The most important thing is that all those stories are hypothetical. Socrates didn't actually die in prison.
No, he didn't die in prison. He was executed.
Yeah, but, I mean...
He drank hemlock. And none of those stories are hypothetical. They're actual conversations. Plato was the scribe.
Plato was the scribe, but a lot of them were... Oh, no. Was it Plato's? Plato's were stories. I don't remember.
Socrates just talked. Plato was his student and wrote. And there's 5 books.
What book? 5 dialogues?
Yeah. 5 dialogues.
I actually read this, and it's a really good book.
So it's the Euthyphro, the Apology, the Crito, the Meno, and Phaedo.
And these are all very, very summarized excerpts. Each of these books are 1,000 pages or more.
Well, yeah, they're just translated.
So go ahead and cite whatever you think you're about to cite. That's super accurate.
I'm not citing anything. I'm just clearly pointing out that... Read that first fucking sentence. Read it out loud.
Drinking on an empty stomach is not the move.
It's always the move. That's how you get drunk faster.
Well, not with these beers. These beers fucking kick. Minos is one of the leading art...
Oh my god.
No. I don't trust you reading it.
This is a struggle.
Aristocratic.
Oh my god. Give me this fucking
No. I have to read this. I have to prove that my 5th grade reading level is up to 6th grade now.
It's like when you fucking popcorn to that one kid in class and you can't fucking read.
Today, Junior. Minos, Minos is apostrophe S, so it means possessive. Is one of the most leading... Oh, shit.
Stop.
Shit. Leading aristocratic families in Thessaly.
Jesus, this is the first fucking sentence. Give me this goddamn book.
I can still read better than Floyd Mayweather, right?
Yeah, you haven't been punched in the face like
Capital was Larissa, traditionally friendly to Athens and Athenian interests. Here he is a young man about to embark on an unscrupulous military and political career, leading to an early death at the hands of the Persian king. To his aristocratic virtue, in quotes, Plato's ancient readers would know what that ultimately came to. He adds I feel like I'm reading a Bible verse.
If you can read.
Dude, if you've ever seen someone read from the Bible, they read it just like me. They don't know what the fuck is going on. What brings Mino to Athens? Okay, so Mino's probably a real person.
Mino is a real person.
So like a physical being.
Yes.
Dick nuts. I love it. Okay, so...
I paid attention in class. I took it twice. Grant, we only read Mino once.
So let's just assume that Mino's a real person.
Because he is. He was, rather.
And now I'm going to look up the definition of virtue.
Okay, good. Because it doesn't exist.
But I was going to say virtue is like goodness of being for oneself. It's like
and what
patience.
The fuck does that mean?
Let me fucking talk. It's letting people talk when they're trying to talk.
No.
That's what virtue is, Josh.
No, it's
not. That's what virtue is, and you don't have it. You ain't got no virtue in there.
You can't define it.
You ain't got no virtue in there.
It's objective. It's different for everyone.
It's not objective.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Ones and Twos by the book. You're only saying that it's objective and different for everyone because you were told it's objective and different for everyone.
We argued it in class.
Yeah, and you were wrong.
There is no wrong in philosophy.
There is always wrong in philosophy.
There is no such thing as wrong in philosophy.
Virtue, noun, behavior showing high moral standards.
And what Sorry.
Patience.
Sorry.
Letting people talk when they're talking, not interrupting.
Read a sentence faster and don't slow down to I hear
What?
I hear a break. That's time for me to interject.
I break because there's a period in a fucking
So
paragraph.
read faster.
So you want me to read sentences as run-on sentences all the time, just so you can fucking sit there and
Yes.
and show me your lack of virtue.
Yes.
I'm gonna pause for a second to drink my beer. Do you approve, Master?
No. I don't. I gave you a pause too before I gave you my response.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Virtue, noun. 1 of 2. So shut the fuck up until I stop. Behavior showing high moral standards. A quality considering morally good or desirable in a person. Patience is a virtue. A good or useful quality of a thing. Mike was extolling the virtues of the car. There's no virtue in suffering in silence. Archaic meaning. Virginity or chastity, especially of a woman. Nice.
So,
Not done.
okay.
2.
That was all the first one?
Yeah, motherfucker. Patience is a virtue. Be patient.
I don't think we need the second definition.
We do.
Okay. Well, fuck me then.
Virtuous. In traditional Christian and angelology, that's a word, look it
Do
up.
you need help?
Angelology?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Angelology. Oh, fuck.
Oh, you can read.
It's like the prehistoric
Don't try to define it.
astrology. There it is.
Nope.
The 7th highest order of the ninefold celestial hierarchy. Dope. So virtue is the 7th thing out of 9 you need to go to heaven.
So what the fuck does that mean? What are the other 8 things?
You'd have to look up the way
celestial
Christian
hierarchy to go to heaven.
You'd have to look up the way the Christian
Do not covet thy neighbor.
do not intrude on thy sentence.
What the fuck does that mean?
Doth 9 be a dicketh on the podcasteth. Wingardium Leviosa. I bet you J.K. Rowling just fucking took...
Rowling?
What is it?
Rolling?
Shut up.
J.K. Rowling?
J.K. rolling on the floor laughing. J.K. Raffle Copter.
I haven't heard Rafflecopter in a good 11 years.
Because you're not seen to the end of time, dog. I'm so seen.
It wasn't even a scene thing. It was like a rage comic thing.
I'm so fucking seen.
I heard you need a fucking haircut.
I know, dude. It's been 4 months. Shout out to Corona.
People can still get haircuts outside of that than during.
Not with my face mask. Mine goes around.
You have other face masks.
Shit, you right.
Dumbass. You can also just do it yourself. It's not hard.
Speaking of doing it yourself, as a young artist, you're kind of forced to collaborate with people.
Yep.
And as I collaborated with people, Josh, for instance, we would definitely have no idea what the fuck we were doing.
I knew what I was doing.
We would have no idea what the fuck we're doing.
I knew what I was doing.
And by the way, I hope the fucking dialogue syncing issue that you've been seeing has been fixed, because turns out Josh's computer decided to restart all of its drivers and I had to reformat them, and that's the cause of the issue.
No.
No.
That is not what happened. So Alec got this new mixer.
Sure did.
That he's going to use for literally everything. It supports more channels. It's literally everything. It's an upgrade.
It's everything I've ever wanted in a mixer.
He upgraded all of his shit. We decided to use it one day. It's a USB. It didn't work for USB for whatever reason. So
Sounds pretty clean though.
So we said, fuck it. We're going to route it into my current interface, which he gave me as well. That's just like the regular thing. Plug your headphones in, plug a mic in, boom, good. So we didn't use its USB capabilities.
Good job of getting my knee just out of the frame. Posted.
Yeah, I'm good at this.
I know what I'm doing.
And then as soon as we went to standalone this mixer USB, we've been having these audio delay issues.
I re-downloaded the drivers, and the drivers told the computer to reset everything to factory default.
None of that
I'm
happened.
sorry.
None of that happened.
Yeah, because the factory default is 16-bit 441.
You didn't re-download anything though.
I didn't. No. I had to download the Mackie driver.
Okay, you didn't do that on this.
I didn't.
No.
No, the thing that I opened
downloaded
up.
what you told me to download. You didn't download anything.
That's the Mackie driver.
I did it.
Okay.
And that didn't reset anything.
Really? What happened then?
We plugged it in one day. That spit hit your foot. I don't know. It might have.
Feel it.
Okay.
I've learned, by the way, for anyone watching this podcast, I've learned, by the way, if you spit, don't say shit about it, because the majority of the time, people will be like,
no one notices.
No one. I wouldn't have noticed unless you said something. Unless you see them like wipe it off their face, you don't have to. Don't say anything.
I'm hyper aware, so I would notice everything. But if I hit you, I just wanted to say something.
I appreciate that.
I threaded the needle. Dope. Because we plugged it in one day and it went made the window sound, and then what it reset was my defaults. So it recognized itself as the default input without me explicitly saying, "Hey, this is my new default." So it overrided that. It didn't change any settings, but what it did say was, "Hey, this is the new default," and it only happened that one time.
Yeah.
So we just never changed it on board my computer.
And now we know, and hopefully that changes everything.
Ideally, we'll know in about 30 minutes.
Yeah. You should know about right now, though.
Yeah, if you're watching this.
Anyway.
If you only listen to this podcast, if you consume it via your ear holes, you have no idea what the fuck we're talking about, because
I feel like some of my friends would know.
This is an audio visual experience, and if you only get the audio portion, you don't get the visual. So,
but I'm pretty sure like even Ryan or Oscar will be like, "Oh yeah, I've seen stuff get out of sync."
But as a matter of consuming the content, if you only listen to it, you don't have the problem. So it doesn't. What we're saying doesn't fucking matter.
These beers are kicking, bro.
I know, we're only on one.
I know, dude.
I said
kicking my ass.
I said last week I like to drink as fast as possible, but
these are not chugging beers, man. They really do taste really great.
Bet.
But they take a while. Are these 16s or 12s?
Mm-hmm.
They look like 16-ounce cans.
1 pint. 0.9
so
fluid ounces.
16 ounces. 16.9 ounces.
50 cl. Is that 50 calories?
Yo, if these are 50 calories, this is all we're drinking ever. Are you kidding?
What the fuck?
Where does it say that?
Right there, next to the album, the label.
That's definitely a measurement of liquid, bro. Because it goes American 8.5 alcohol per volume, 1 pint.
0.9 fluid ounces, 50 cl.
I think 50 cl is 50, British.
50 cum loads.
Yeah, I think 50 cl is British for our ABV. Because our ABV is 8.5. I think 50 cl is saying like they recommend no more than 100 cl a day or something.
Fucking gay.
Because that's how they measure their. It's just like their Surgeon General.
Yo, your Surgeon General is fucking whack.
Your Surgeon General's a pussy, dog. But being a young artist.
Centiliters. No, it's a unit of measurement.
Well, that's what I said in the first place. So fucking chill.
Not for ABV though.
Who cares? So working.
You're wrong.
So being a young artist, you collaborate a lot, and collaboration is honestly key to art. I'll say it again.
Boy. Yeah, we talked about it last week too.
Collaboration is the key to art, and when working with Josh, there was
in my all talented professions.
There was a instance where he was doing a music video for me. And
shouts out.
Just
goodbye song.
Yeah. You remember the name. I didn't even remember the name.
Wow. It's your fucking song.
Yeah. Anyway. So working with him, I was standing over his shoulder and like critiquing it the whole time basically. Which by the way, it's not how you work with people.
Yep.
But I had to learn that.
Let the editor do his job.
Yeah, let him do his job
until he fucks it up and says it's just a matter of when you hit play in the video.
And then send it back with notes. But yeah, exactly that. We were working together, and he was doing the music video, and the lyrics were off from what I was rapping in the video.
It was very, very...
very slight.
Very slight.
But it was off.
Noticeable to a trained eye, but it was...
I don't even want to say a trained eye. I wasn't a trained eye. I was just meticulous.
Like a bitch.
I was a meticulous bitch back in those days. I really cared a lot about things. And that's the thing. Like, it's not that I couldn't control it. I could have just let you done it and then like been like, hey, I noticed this is off at this point, and then it would have got fixed either way. But instead, I breathed down your neck. Anyway.
Well, even then, it still made it through. So.
Yeah, because you know what you said was, it depends on the frame rate and when you start the video.
Depends on when you hit play.
And my dumbass believed it. He said...
Because if you started it at a certain time, it looked like it sounded fine.
Mm-hmm. And I believed it. And then we released it.
I believed it too.
And then we released it and my lyrics were still off from my fucking mouth.
You just got to hit pause, jump forward like 10 seconds, and then hit play again, and then it will sync up again.
And I just love that because I've noticed when working with people, they always have that kind of approach to things. Like if I'm working with someone writing a song and they play a chord, and let's just say it's out of scale, and let's just say it sounds like shit. You'll be like, I don't know about that chord, man. And then they'll be like, no, I did that on purpose. It's artistic. It's artistic choice. Oh. And it's like, nah, man, it just kind of sounds bad. And it's like, no. I did it on purpose.
I meant to do that.
I meant to do it. And they play it off. And I'm 100% guilty of this myself. I'm not excluding myself.
Everyone is.
I'm just saying. I think it's funny how often I interacted with that.
It's not even just like an artist thing. It's just in general.
It's a human thing, bro. It's I don't want to look like I'm bad at the thing I said I do.
Did you trip? No. I meant to do that.
Yeah, no, I was comically fighting with gravity. But I just think that's funny. It's something I wanted to bring up because it's something you're never going to shake growing as an artist. I work with people to this day, and it's like some people will own up to it, and they'll be like, yeah, I just kind of fucked up. But like a lot of people will be like, no, but what if we did that instead? It's artistic. It's creative. It's different.
No.
I'm like,
go fuck yourself.
It's bad, homie. It's really bad.
And that's the difference between a good artist and a new artist. I mean, feel free to weigh
someone
in
who's just hard-headed. Because
you can definitely be like someone who, I would say, in my opinion, who is a good artist, has been around through the ringer.
Who is a good artist in your eyes? First band that comes to your name.
First band that comes to mind. Right now, I'm.
Who's been through the ringer?
I'm getting fucking Attila. Just it's right there.
Okay,
it's
cool.
The first thing.
Go with that. Attila's been through the ringer. He's a good artist.
Objectively, sure. Everyone has his different opinions. Still need to see his porn. Do I want to pay for it?
Stay focused, man. Stay focused.
But like, I'm strictly speaking in like the world of hip hop and like what I've worked with and what you've worked with. I've only worked with one artist.
Yeah.
Besides yourself. And was he the best? He was talented. He had gusto. He wasn't bad. I actually liked his music. I was fond of it.
Yeah.
Was he a shit person? Yeah.
Yeah. And that's always going to outweigh the talent, by the way.
Yeah.
You could be a talented motherfucker, but if you're a piece of shit, no one's going to want to work with you.
So that's the difference between a good artist and a new artist. He's definitely a new artist. If you're good, you've been around.
You can tolerate that bullshit a little longer.
You know what the fuck is up. You know how everything works.
You've been around the block.
That makes you good. Like,
you've been around the block.
That's the difference between like someone who's made it and someone who's trying to make it, is being good.
Is it being, because like you said, like if they were a talented rapper, they're a good rapper, right? But fact,
you need more than talent to just make it.
True.
Talent will only get you so far. If you're a piece of shit human being, then you're not gonna fucking do anything.
Yeah.
Talent or not, you need to be good.
Either that, or where do you think the money comes in, right? So let's just say like there's a piece of shit artist who is just, let's just Kanye's coming to mind, right? Very controversial, yet musically just a genius. And I'll debate people on this. I think Kanye's controversial. I don't think he's a great human being.
Did you listen to his last project about like Jesus and whatnot?
I did. I liked it.
There was a song about Chick-fil-A on it.
Yeah, he did.
Something about a Sunday. I don't know. I don't listen to hip hop or rap. I heard about it at work because I asked my closing team lead at the time. His name is Nick. He no longer works for Target. Rest in peace. He's still alive.
Damn, I was gonna say, what the fuck, dog?
No, he didn't die. He's fine. He just something happened. I don't know. No one knows. Red tape.
Probably skimming tips.
There's no tips at Target. But he knows he doesn't work there anymore. He listened to the.
Get warm.
He was listening to the album. Finish it up.
I know.
He listened to it and he was like, "Did you listen to it?" And I said, "No, I haven't gotten a chance because I like to listen to music and I like
solidarity.
I like to relate to the young kids and around and
dear youth,
be relatable."
Hello, fellow
and
children.
He was like, "My favorite song is this one. Something about like eat your ass, like Chick-fil-A or something. I don't know." Okay. On a Sunday, I know there's a song about Chick-fil-A on a Sunday.
And eating ass in the same bar, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dope.
I don't know. I didn't listen to it. And then Scoopity Poop. Raise yourself.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you.
He makes some weird shit sometimes.
Do you want to know the idea behind Scoopity Poop?
Sure. I'd love to hear it.
It's funny because fucking when I was living here, Ryan and I did like a mock podcast, and we like did that whole shit in that room, and we like did the whole Scoopity Poop. We listened to it live and did our live reaction. And then we looked it up. Basically, he was beefing with Drake at the time, and Drake wanted the beat. Kanye outbid him, and
just made it fucking trash.
And made a shit song intentionally just to troll Drake.
That's petty.
Yeah. That was the thing, is that was him essentially being like, "Hey Drake, fuck you. I've got more money. I've got a bigger fan base who will listen to absolute nothing on a track." And what pisses me off though is like I felt that beat. I was like, "Lift yourself up off the beat, oh, lift
it was good."
yourself
and then
up
he went,
and then he went, "Scoopity doop whoop, a doopity doop poop," and I was like, "Yo, that is just not
the poop poop."
Yo, and that's what bugs me, man, because like I would have loved to I would have loved to heard Drake or Kanye or someone snap.
Actually give a fuck.
Like actually snap on that beat, you know, because it's like it was a great beat. And look, I mean, like I get it. Like if you're trying to troll Drake, man, but like wouldn't it have been better if you turned that into a hit song? Wouldn't it have? Because you could have.
And then didn't Drake throw shots at Kim after that? Or like around the same time?
I know he went after his whole crew. He went after Pusha and Kanye.
Because he was like, there was a song or something where like it was implied like Drake got with or made shots at Kim or something.
I don't know that one.
It's around like the same timeline.
I remember the only thing that comes to mind is taking shots at Kim is when Wiz Khalifa tweeted, "Hit this KK and lose yourself." And Kanye thought he was talking about Kim Kardashian for KK.
Because that's the only KK.
Only KK in his world. And KK is actually just a strain of weed. And Wiz Khalifa was smoking it. And Kanye was going off on Wiz on Twitter. And it started that whole meme of like, yo, Wiz Khalifa's nuking a Hot Pocket and not checking his phone. Forgetting about Kanye, and Kanye's like spiraling down this rabbit hole of like anger and like you can't badmouth my wife, all that shit. And then Wiz eventually replied, he's like, "KK's a strain, fool, go back to Waves," because that was supposed to be the name of like Yeezus or Pablo or something. And I don't know, man. That's the thing too, like I've told Ryan this time and time again. I think a lot of Kanye is just for show. I think a lot of Kanye is just shock factor and wow factor, and I think it's scripted.
I mean, classically, he's made some good music.
Absolutely. No, no, no. Okay, so let me clarify. I think he is a brilliant artist. I think he is a magnificent artist, and
He's a good troll.
he's a timepiece for our generation. They will study him in textbooks for sure. But he acts the way he acts for marketing. It's not
Kanye
a
2020.
It's yeah. I mean yeah. Exactly.
2021.
If you look back the last few years, who's always been in the news? Kanye.
Yeah.
It's marketing, and I think most recently, I saw a meme. I don't even know what you're making me question. I don't even know what a meme is anymore, man.
Exactly.
But I don't know what it is anymore. But there's a video of Kim and Kanye walking one of their children, and he was like, "What you got in your hand? You got a stick?"
I showed you that video.
Yeah, is it the magic stick? I got the magic stick. And then Kim goes, "Don't say that." And he goes, "Why not?" And she goes, "Do you know what that is?" And she goes, "It's a dick, basically." And he goes, "Oh," and then walks away. But if you notice, what bugs me is how far away that video was. Like, imagine framing for the video.
It was
And then how clear the audio was.
because it was shot from the TV show, the Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, really?
It was a screen grab
bro.
from that.
Okay. I didn't know that, but like that was definitely scripted. Like that was not.
I mean, it's reality TV.
Sure, but that's what I'm saying. Like the same way we get in front of a camera and we argue a little bit and get a little more at each other. It's kind of just because it's like fun.
Yeah.
It's a little more interesting, you know. So I just anyone who can't pick up on that is like
You're retarded.
kind of a dumbass.
Out of the two, Drake and Kanye, who would you say is the better artist?
Um,
Knowing someone who's big into the...
can I just base it off my favorite?
Sure, yeah, that's what
Drake.
that's what I'm asking for. Why Drake over Kanye? Yeezus was the best album of all time. I'm gonna leave you with that though.
Drake is more of a rapper that I think I want to be. It's more in touch with your emotion and more in touch with past relationships and
That's how he started. He's not so much on that now.
oh, he's on and off it, bro. Have you heard Scorpion? That was his latest tape. That's all fucking
The double-sided.
half of it is all R&B about "Don't Leave Me."
That's definitely like how he like started. Granted, like I'm just talking out of my ass. 'Cause I don't know shit.
Well, I
about
mean,
this.
stereotypes do well in this case for Drake. Like
Generally, like how he began was all like in your feelings and whatnot.
Mhm, totally.
And then he tried to become like the serious rapper. And then
I've always taken him serious.
I mean, sure, but like being all in your feelings, like fuck you, dude, get out of here.
Look, man, and I'm gonna cut you off real quick for a minute. I'm gonna let you finish, but
Okay, Kanye.
there was an interview with Hobson, and to those of you who don't know Hobson, look
Man,
up.
what the fuck is he doing nowadays?
He's pretty active. 2 semesters ago, I remember looking up his new mixtape or his new album.
He deserves more.
He definitely deserves more, but he needs to. That's the thing. He needs to market like Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he got the bars. He's like a Black Slim Shady. If he fought more people, if he like caused more problems, that's marketing, and then people would buy the album. He just needs to be in the public eye more. But basically, Hobson did an interview for one of his albums. He did an Ill Mind, and his Ill Mind series is basically like some real deep, profound shit. And one of them didn't rub well with the audience because he rapped about his homie ODing on like heroin or something, and everyone's like, Hobson, that's not the hard shit we want for Ill Mind, because he usually just talks shit, you know, and like kind of vents and says what's on his mind. And then the one time he did an Ill Mind about like death or losing a friend, it was like sad, and people were like, that's not what we want. And he's like, look, I'm human. I'm gonna feel feelings and emotions, and it's not always gonna be that hard shit you want. I'm going through hardship. Sometimes I feel happy, sometimes I feel sad, sometimes I feel angry, sometimes I feel love, but like what I feel at the time when I write the song, that's the song y'all gonna get. And if you don't like it, then that's just it. Like, don't like it, but don't expect me, don't pigeonhole me in the fact that I have to make just this music for you because it has the Ill Mind setting. Like, Do you know how many people also could relate to that and be like, oh, I lost a friend to like heroin, or I lost someone to this, and like, you know, you shouldn't pigeonhole them. And I think that's what a lot of it is. Like, I don't think Drake does that. I think Drake is more like, I'm just going to say what I feel. And Drake was like, he was seen as that emotional, sensitive rapper, and that made him mad. And then he made a mad album. And it was a good album. I'm just assuming it's called If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, because that was a pretty hard album. But, yeah. But, I slept on that album for a while, I won't lie. But, it came when it needed to in my life. And, you know, I think that he felt that way, and then he made an album that said, this is how I feel. And then he went back to doing what Drake does. And I think Kanye's kind of more just like, yeah. You know, and I think if Kanye was watching this right now, he'd agree with that completely. He'd be like, holy shit, this motherfucker knows me. Yeah. Because that's all, I mean, like, no disrespect. Like, I think he's a genius musically. I think he's got a great tone. But, like, as far as lyrics, I always bend it towards lyrics. Do lyrics do shit for me? Drake, your lyrics do shit for me. Kanye, you're a genius, but you don't do for me what Drake does for me. That's all there is to it.
So Drake is better.
Drake is better.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and they definitely had to collab a little bit, you know, with people who, because I've heard stories about Kanye being hard to collaborate with. He's like a
I feel like he'd be impossible to work with.
He's a control freak. So basically, Mikey said he was in the studio one day with one of his producers, and his producer was like, yo, I'm so fucking sick of Kanye. Like, I don't want to work with him. He's like a control freak. And he's
How
like,
did Mikey get to work with Kanye's producer?
Mikey recorded at a studio where Andrew Sheps was recording at, and they booked a session there.
The dude from Sweetwater.
Yeah. And then Sheps was leaving, and then I guess one of his producers was in the session with him, and Mikey recognized both of them, and he freaked out.
Nice.
And was like, yo, like, is that Mr. Sheps? And then, like, he got, I think, I don't remember the name of the producer. It might have been Hit Boy or something. But he recognized the producer, and it was like, yeah, we're working on the mix for Kanye on a project. And he was like, really? And he's like, yeah, but, like, don't, like...
Don't tell nobody.
No, it wasn't even that. It was like, don't think I'm going to get the credit for it, because what Kanye does is he'll send it out to like 6 engineers and be like...
Pick and choose?
Yeah, and he's like, whoever mixes it the best gets the album. And Makes like, sense. On top of that, he's like, I don't even want it, because like, he's such an asshole to work with. He's a genius, and like, I want it because like, it's obviously money and I got to pay the rent, but like, yo, if I had to choose, you know...
Yeah.
It'd be that.
I mean, like, just based off his personality, I feel like he'd be a piece of shit to work with.
Yeah, dude. I couldn't imagine working. I mean, obviously, if he called me being like, ah! I'd be like, yes,
right
sir.
Away, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But granted, like, we only know his personality. Granted,
and that's what I'm saying. I don't think
know it through music. And
I don't think he's like that on
him.
camera.
No.
I mean, I don't think he's like that in person.
No,
I think he's like that on camera. I think
like,
it's all fake.
I feel like everyone is different in person, because you only see like their on-screen personalities, or like everyone that's
it's
like
super warm.
Let's finish it up, then. Hurry up.
You're on 2 already?
I'm
Shit.
on 1.5.
Oh,
but like,
God.
Everyone who's like an influencer or like a famous YouTuber or anyone who's
it's
like
been an hour and I haven't finished this.
Everyone who's in like the public eye.
Yeah.
And we see them as this one way, but off screen
they only see you. They only see you how they want to see you till you make them see you in another way.
Is that a song lyric?
I'm tripping off the other day. Yeah.
By who?
Childish Gambino.
Oh, okay, he's cool. Don Glover. Shouts out to Community.
Donald Glover, if you're listening, and I know you are, I know you're a huge fan of this pod. I know you're out there listening to this podcast, and you live day to day for this podcast.
Troy from Community.
Bro, please just release another cul-de-sac. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like one of his first mixtapes ever.
3005? Yeah.
That's what everyone knows you from, man. I was on that from Poindexter.
Because the internet?
I am just a rapper. Yo, man, I need another tape where you rap, man. I need you to rap. Please.
He's done, no?
I think he's got one more in him.
Like after fucking that Redbone shit, wasn't that his last one?
I think he's got one more in him.
I'm sure in him, but does he want to?
I think he got one more in him.
I don't think he wants to. He's done. He wants to act.
He's probably gonna go back to acting, but I don't think music is off the table for him. He's gonna do what he feels. So I just hope you feel like doing another cul-de-sac.
What they want.
I just hope you feel like doing another cul-de-sac.
Donald. This is America's popping right now.
This is America's a hot one. But that's good. But that's rap.
Especially right now.
No awakened child of mine or whatever. I know you always wanted to make weird music, man, but
Sweatpants.
I'm not a huge fan of it, to be completely honest.
I like Bonfire.
Everyone likes Bonfire.
Everyone likes Bonfire.
Yeah, the Camp album,
Turn
amazing.
the lights out.
It's a bonfire.
Turn the lights out.
It's a bonfire.
Turn the lights out.
It was fucking,
it's the next line, man. I don't know what you...
Turn the lights. It's a bonfire. Turn the lights out. I'm running with everything this motherfuckers talk about.
Yeah. I don't listen to hip-hop, but I like a very few select amount of songs. I like a little bit of Childish. I like a little bit of Kyle. Super duper Kyle. He's cool. Definitely because...
It's hot. It's warm beer.
I've always... ever since I heard this guy and Ryan listening to a little bit of Kyle one day, I was like, this is cool.
You know, a little bit of Super Duper Kyle.
Sex and Super Smash Brothers. I like Smash Brothers.
Who doesn't like Sex and Super Smash Brothers?
I like Smash Brothers. I like the fact that he's local. That's super cool. So I didn't start to listen to Kyle, but I've always had his name in the back of my head. Like, Kyle, this dude from Ventura who makes music. Saw his concert.
You guys want to know
3 weeks ago?
You guys want to know a funny story?
Sure.
We had a award show at Copper Blues. I should say Levity. It was hosted in the Levity Hall. It was the whole venue, actually. But basically what happened was they got Kyle down there, and it was an award for Best New Artist.
He's not new, though. He's been around.
I know that. And you know that. And Kyle knows that. He actually did a song for...
Was he there to accept the award?
Yeah, I'm doing a sidebar real quick. He did a song for the movie Slight that Joel edited and worked on.
Okay, the movie I never saw.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joel.
Shout out to Joel. Joel.
And your independent project that I think took off? I don't know.
Maya and the Spear.
Yeah.
He'll sauce you up, bro. He gave me buttons and stickers and all that. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm
anyway.
okay.
I got my own buttons and stickers. Basically, they were like, yo, how can we get Kyle here? Because he's a local Ventura artist and we know it'd be good for the community and all that. And they called his manager, and his manager was like, he has to win an award. And they're like, what award? And they're like, Best Artist of the Year. Which, of course, he would have won anyway, because, he's the only one in that building with an actual hit on the radio.
Yep.
So it's not a surprise.
Multiple hits.
Yeah.
We play a song in fucking Target.
Yeah. It's not a surprise, but I'm just saying, his manager was like, this has to happen. And then the kicker was, he's like, we won't go unless I win an award, too. And they're like, what award do you want to win? And he was like, Manager of the Year.
Okay.
So they completely made up a new whole award category just to get his manager to be like, yo, you have to be here. You're winning an award. It's a sure thing. This and that. Which, granted, he would have won the award anyway, but he was only there because the manager was like, I want an award too. And we gave him one.
I want to feel validated.
Yeah. Basically, look.
Fuck you.
Here's the thing, though. It's his homie, right? So, they're the same exact age. So, shout out to them, bro. They made it happen.
High school sweethearts.
Basically, they fucking did it. They're out there doing it, and that's all there is to it. But, fucking, I think it's hilarious because, I was talking to my mentor at the time, Chris. Chris, hope you're doing well, man. But
Isn't the dude from Azores?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
the guy with the hat.
Yeah.
Everyone knows him as the guy with the hat. Basically, the fuck was I? He told me he was there for the meeting because he was like second in command for the whole award show, and he was the one on the phone who talked to his manager, being like, "Look, you have to give me an award," and he's like, "Name it," and he's like, "Manager of the Year." He's like, "You got it," and he hung up the phone and was like, "That's not a fucking real award. I'll give you whatever you want. You might as well ask." Like they're like, I'm so happy he asked for an award and not like bar tabs. You know what I'm saying? Because like that would have actually cost us money.
Yeah.
What you asked for, bro, is a trophy that they got from like a trophy retailer. That's like it's like $100 a trophy, but it cost them $100 to get you there. Like, and that's the funniest thing, is you have this award sitting somewhere, and you probably are like, "Hey, do this cocaine off my coffee table. Let me tell you about this award that I won in Ventura for my city," and it's like. Just like it's the same place they make like fucking little league baseball trophies.
It's completely arbitrary.
Yeah, and it's hilarious to me because like he got off the phone and he told me that, and he's like, "Bro, none of that is real and existing, but like that's how the business is. Like it's a lot of like, if they say they want it, like give it to them, because if it costs $100 to like make them a trophy, then you're gonna do it."
Yeah, I mean, might as well. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, but we got Kyle in the building.
Yeah, super duper Kyle.
Yeah, and I recorded his whole speech. I'm not trying to downplay either the manager or Kyle. I think they're both phenomenal people, but they definitely, like, Kyle, you gave a super motivational speech, man. I recorded the whole thing. It moved me. And you talked about community and just hard work, and it moved me, man. And then the manager did the same. So fucking, I'm not trying to clown. I'm just saying, like, it's funny to see both sides. I mean, you guys are doing it.
Yeah, Kyle's super inspirational, coming from like a small surf town.
Yeah.
And making it big as a rapper. And his new album coming out July 17th. See You When I'm Famous.
Is that what it's called?
Yep. It's his height.
I don't even say he is famous.
It's his senior photo. He's a little famous, but like he's not super.
He's
famous.
definitely not blown up.
He's not Drake famous.
No,
but he's like
dude. That's a whole nother level.
But he's famous.
Yeah,
he's not like an A-list actor.
He's a B-list celebrity.
Yeah, he's like the step down.
Yeah, for sure.
Which isn't bad.
For
like
sure,
he's
B-list.
still super popular, but he's not like worth like $10 million.
He's worth a couple million.
He even said at like the concert, and he was like, well, I'm worth like, they say I'm worth like $5 million. That shit's not true.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing, is they don't have that. I was talking to David about this too recently. We were driving in Orange County.
OC?
And it might have been Long Beach, actually.
LB?
Long Beach. LB is an OC. Lobcock. So basically, we were driving around, and he points out this thing, and he's like, Dexter was shot there, or some TV show, I don't remember, but he was like, Dexter was shot there, and I drove past it every day for work, so they'd say they're in Miami, but realistically, I know they're in California.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So basically, they had that shot, and then he starts talking about, the fuck was I saying?
They shot Dexter there. Oh,
before that,
they said they're in Miami.
Fuck.
Kyle's a B-list actor, type caliber celebrity.
Oh, net worth. And we start talking about
worth.
Adam Carolla, and
oh yeah, what the fuck is he doing nowadays?
He did a show at Copper Blues, and
makes sense.
He did a show at Levity, and basically, I told David, I was like, yo, I tried to get you tickets, but it was like all sold out, and like this and that, because I know he listens to the Adam Carolla podcast. So basically, I was like, we started talking about Adam Carolla, and then I brought up net worth. And Adam Carolla's net worth was like X amount of million. And he was there for like a panel Adam Carolla did. And they asked him that same question. They're like, it says online that you're worth X amount of million. How much would you say you're worth?
How much money you got?
And how much do you have in the bank?
Can I rob you right now?
And Adam Carolla laughed, and he's like, yo, that's a great question. If you add it all up, and he's like, I think it's about 20 million. Like, if you really add up, like, the car, the house, the business, everything's about 20 million. But the fact is, I've got like $400 in my bank account right now.
Nice.
Like, and he's like that's like the truth. Like, I've got like a couple $100, maybe a couple $1,000 at a time. Like, nothing really special. Like I'm really just this dude, and like I'm so bouncing back and forth all the time to where it's like, oh, excuse me. I don't have to worry about like plane tickets and this and that, but it's like it's because it all goes through the business.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't like have $1 million in the bank though. Like, I'm worth $20 million, but I've never had $1 million in the bank.
Yeah, on like the low tier, like what's it fucking called? Net worth is a really shit like evaluation of like the amount of money someone has on like the low end, especially because like that's just like all of your business, all your assets are worth. It's not much how much money you have.
Yeah, man. If you even looked at mine, you'd be like, oh, he drives a Mustang, and then find the Kelly Blue Book for it. It's like what? Let's just say 20 grand.
Sure.
That's being generous. It's an old car. I drive a Mustang.
That's your net worth.
That's my net worth is 20 grand. And it's like, but then you have to also take into account like the room I rent. You have to take into the account
everything you own.
All of my fucking gear, all of everything.
And it's not how
and
much
then
money
you
you
add that
have.
up, and it's like that's not what I have in the bank.
Nope.
And that's the crazy part. So it's just not a realized fact.
Yeah.
I've got to take a serious whiz. This is just drilling through me.
You can hold it for a few more minutes, man.
Are you trying to close it out?
I mean, I've been out of talking. I had 1 point.
I've got 2 more points. We've been going really well.
Yeah, I'm good at this.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a really smooth flowing show. This show feels the most like a podcast, maybe because we have the headphones.
Because we're wearing the headphones.
It's 100%.
I have to say, it is weird hearing you in my ear and hearing myself in my ears.
You're used to me being in your ear.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want you in my fucking ears. That's gross and gay. I don't want that either. That's just
Where do you want me?
That clipped.
I have the compressor set all the way on, so we're gonna see how this sounds.
Trash.
Okay,
well, you can hold it for a few more minutes until Grant. Well, give me 1 more point. Real quick.
I got 2 more.
Give me 1 more, and we'll save the next one for Monday. Speaking of Monday, tune in for Monday for a special treat. Now I'm holding you to it.
Okay. I guess my next and last point at this point would
Topic,
be
rather.
Yeah. Is actors and actresses.
What about them?
I watched the movie Hot Rod recently, and it's
great movie.
It's written and starred by Andy Samberg, and I love Andy Samberg.
Also written by the lady who did fucking Team America: World Police.
Really?
Yep.
Good to know.
Yep.
And I love Andy Samberg. I'm a huge fan of his work, Sandboy, and
great guy, funny,
super funny.
Lonely Island, jizz in my pants, every time.
Everything from Lonely Island is amazing. And basically, I've noticed a trend because he has Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he's also starring, and he's like a producer or a writer or something that's kind of important. And he is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine got daddy issues.
Mm-hmm.
So where he calls Captain Holt dad.
Yep.
And I think it's hilarious. But I watched Hot Rod, and the first arc of the movie was his stepdad. He wanted to win his respect.
Yep. So he fought him.
So he fights him. And it's like, I wonder if that's just his niche and what he does, or who he is actually as a person. Or, you know, where does the balance happen between writer and actor, and, you know, how does that all play together?
It definitely might be a personal issue. I would try to do some research on that and see what you can find.
Just like a Wikipedia, like his
I wouldn't
personal
look on
life
Wikipedia.
tab?
I would look for like specific interviews where it's asked and see what he says. I would try to find
That's a good
like,
point.
Does Andy Samberg have
Sandboy.
No, I'm not gonna say it like that.
It's from the Justin Bieber roast. Just trust me. Andy Sandboy, Mr. Hollywood.
I can't do that. Have issues with his father, and you know, see what you find.
You started moving this table, and it freaked me out.
Yeah.
because
I'm
I had
not
the worst vertigo.
I'm not trying to move it. It just happened.
I just had a really bad vertigo, and I saw the table move, and I was like, oh.
You zoom out.
Bro, I have the same thing when I go to like a car wash. It'll be like, stop your car, put your car in park, and then you see those things come towards you, and I feel like I'm moving forward still, and I panic and I pull my parking brake every time.
Bitch.
So, basically,
adjust to the world.
I have really bad vertigo.
Well, I'm gonna tell you that's not what vertigo is.
I'll bet you. I've got $50 in my wallet. Did anyone respond to the fucking
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Milwaukee.
Well, no, Minnesota.
It's not even the state. Never mind.
After this gets posted, it's done.
No one's responded.
All right. I got $50 in my wallet.
It's Wisconsin.
What were we gonna bet?
I wasn't gonna bet anything.
I was gonna bet something.
No, we just asked them, like, hey, if you know where Milwaukee is. Did you see the house I sent you, though?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a nice house. Super cheap.
Fucking 5 bedrooms, bro.
California is hard mode.
Yo, fuck California, dude.
Cost of living here is too damn high.
It's too damn high.
I'd rather live in Kentucky or fucking Milwaukee for the same price.
You know what I'm realizing, though, too? Is, like, if we move there, we should still, like, just get the same prices for living. Like, what I get paid to do my job and what you get paid to do your job, we should still ask for that.
Well, okay, so the thing is, I have verification on this. So one of my buddies at Target is moving back to D.C., and his transfer paperwork got filled out. He's getting paid the same he gets paid here out there.
That's what I'm saying.
$15.
You should absolutely ask for the same thing, bro.
So
if we could transfer, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, if I get transferred out to Target at $15, I'll be making double what everyone else makes.
Well, again, that's just minimum wage, but yes.
Guaranteed.
That's what I'm saying, though, too. I would absolutely do the same thing in Milwaukee.
That's a fucking retarded amount of money. For
the amount of rent. We broke it up. What? It's like $300 per person?
The one I sent you, if we get all 5 people, if we can get Oscar on board, that's like $260 each person.
Dude, it's nothing.
It'd be the nicest house ever.
It is fucking chump change.
Just fucking buy the house outright. Like,
fucking chump change. And then we'll all buy a gun, and then we'll be safe.
Defend the house. Yes.
I will.
You get this window.
House.
I get that window. It's like zombies. You know, build the boards, knife them before they get in.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well.
Oh, these beers smack, bro.
It's a great drink.
Oh my god.
The tall cans make it a little hard, but
I was gonna say, because like these are just like enjoyable, but like
it's drinking beer.
It's drinking beer, but if you can get it in a tap,
I mean, it'd be the same size.
Sure, but like, I mean, you get like a frosty glass out of the tap. It's always better in a tap. Still
a good beer regardless. So at this point,
what's your favorite beer on tap? Those listening.
Delirious Tremens.
Delirious Tremens.
Yeah.
Mine's probably just 805. I really like 805.
Whack.
Yeah.
Local bitch boy.
Local bitch boy. I'm a local.
So with that being said, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to tune in next week on Tuesday for a special treat at the end. You don't have to listen to the whole thing. You can skip to the end if you want. I appreciate if you would listen to the whole thing, especially if you're just listening to the audio version.
We didn't do the whole. We need to be sure to do the whole within 2 minutes. Please like and subscribe. Bit.
Fuck it. Who cares?
All right.
we will spread through natural progression. Granted, if you look at our episode where we had DJ Phantom on last Wednesday, it has 400 views.
Bro, I'm not gonna. It bumped up the views quite a bit.
That was all YouTube ads.
Oh damn.
So about 20 of those are real people. The other ones, they had to watch them. So take that with a grain of salt. My numbers are inflated. I paid for those views. You heard it here first. We're not that interesting, but please, if you like what we're doing, share with a friend, share with a family member, show us to your drunk uncle, because that's what we are. My brother doesn't have a kid yet.
Yet.
They're bound to have kids. One day. One day.
Sex happens.
Happens all the time.
Babies happen.
Babies happen. Sometimes on accident.
Thanks for watching Two Dudes Drinking Beer. We are Two Dudes Drinking Beer. I'm Alec.
I'm Josh.
And thanks for hanging out with us today.
Catch you guys next week.